Hey everybody and welcome back. My name is Sue and my name is Professor Sue and I'm from OML Embroidery, and today we're going to be doing some embroidery experiments. But first, here's my quick intro. All right, so today we're working with Mylar, and I'm going to keep using the Anita Good Design Spring Bonus pack, but I'm only going to be doing the Mylar part. So this is the last one that we did. I love it. It was so much fun. So what am I using today? Okay, we're going to try a candy wrapper. This is a Kerr. This is a candy wrapper, and it kind of looks the same, it kind of sounds the same, it may be a bit thicker, but we're gonna see if this is gonna work. What I like about it is the colors on the edges here. I think this is gonna be good. So the second experiment is a chip bag, and we had to eat some Doritos with Lynn last night so we could have a chip bag to play with.
Yay.
It's silver on the back side. It's a little bit thicker than Mylar, but we're going to give it a go and see what happens. And the next one we're going to try, Don went to the dollar store. Unfortunately, he couldn't get too much, but he got this happy birthday banner, so I just cut off the happy, and it didn't have anything on the bag, so we don't know what it's made of. It looks like Mylar. I don't think it is, but we're gonna try anyways. It's kind of thick and kind of weird, but let's see what's gonna happen. Last but not least, some actual Mylar that Susan Clark sent me. Thank you very much. And I'm just gonna use a very precious little bit of this, but just so we have something to go on, that we know how it's supposed to look and how it's supposed to act. So that's what I have so far, and I'm gonna do the experiment in a way that makes we're just testing these objects. So I'm using the same pattern. I'm skipping just the regular stitching, and I did the same backing, the same batting, and I put a piece of fabric over it. So none of those variables will, change and affect, so we can't say, oh, if you put a batting in it, it might work. So exactly the same as we normally do. And let's give it a go. So in this design, there are just enough Mylar parts to work on. So what I'm interested in is the placement, and then the tack down stitches, and then the special Mylar stitches, and then the satin stitches. I have the feeling on some of these, the satin stitches are going to cause it to rip and not look so good. So those are the only parts that I'm going to be stitching out. I'll be skipping a lot, but I'll tell you as I go along. So I'm ready to go. I want to explain my nails because they might look kind of weird when I'm at McDreamy. These are thermal nails again, so when it's cold they turn red, and when it's warm they turn this color of green. So if they change, don't think I'm mutating or it's another experiment.
But you might be.
It's supposed to be that way. Actually, I can heat them up on my tea. I'm all ready for Sunday with my tea, and they will turn color. Well, we'll do it after. So we're going to go over to my brother Dream Machine, also affectionately known as McDreamy. I have black thread. I have my same needle, 7511 needle, same no-show mesh cutaway, same batting, warm and natural batting, and a piece of cotton fabric. So it should be all the same. Also, I'm going to be doing it in a little bit of a bigger hoop. So I'm doing the 8x8 size. These ones have been smaller, but I'm going to do it a little bit bigger. I'd also like you guys to note back there on my display of all my fabrics, there's some Pop Funkos up there. So keep an eye because they might change. Right now we have Maui and Jon Snow. So see if you can pick them out back there. Can you pick them out, Dawn? Did you know that I changed them?
I did. I see one. I don't see the other yet.
Jon Snow is in the shelf. And Maui, actually, I don't think Maui's a Pop Funko, but I love Maui. So Maui's up there watching everything. So, okay, Dawn, let's go to McDreamy and let's get the experiment started.
All right. McDreamy's up.
McDreamy's up. All right. The first thing I have to do is take this lab coat off because it's killing me. Because I have a big sweater on underneath it. So, thank you. Just pause for dramatic effect. So, okay, McDreamy's there. I have stitched this down in normal fashion, so nothing has changed. There's the batting. I didn't trim out the batting because there's no need to. The backing, 7511. I'm using black Madeira thread, and I'm going to keep the same thread so we don't have that variable as well. So, okay, you guys can tell me which one you want to start with. So it's the Happy Birthday, Doritos, or the candy wrapper. So I love the screensaver. That's awesome. So I save a Dorito bag to use. That's awesome, Gail. So let's do our placement line. So nothing else has changed on this design except for what we're using. So maybe this one is a good one for the candy wrapper. Let's see if it'll fit. Because it might actually be cool. So candy wrapper just from a yummy candy. Yes, this one will fit. I think the
votes are kind of tied in the chat, so.
Yeah, I'm going to say candy wrapper. Now, do you think I need to tape that down?
Maybe.
It's kind of close. I guess that's one thing you watch for. Okay, let's just try. If it doesn't, then Dawn can have another candy. Don't put your fingers anywhere near your needle, please. Okay, we went. Oh yeah, not bad. Okay, awesome. So far that looks exactly the same. I would love to have gotten more of this in. Okay, so with Mylar, remember, it's placement and it's tacked down and then Mylar stitches and then we cut it. So we want to stitch out that Mylar stitches first. So I'm hoping, and we lost our thread. I do have the humidifier going, so hopefully it's not too noisy for you guys, but if it's annoying, just tell us and I can turn it off. But I'm just kind of hoping that we get a little more humidity in here because it's terribly dry. There we go. Thread. I don't think McDreamy likes Madeira thread either. So we're going to back it up a little bit because we want to make sure we get the tie down stitches on. So right there is where we want to be. So hit OK and let's see what it does. Did I forget to thread it? I'm so excited.
You threaded it.
Is it? Oh, it is. All right. Sorry. I looked and it wasn't. Sometimes I do that. All right, Madeira thread. Stop having problems. It doesn't sound the same. Wouldn't that be cool if candy wrappers worked though, guys? It looks pretty. And you pretty much can't read it. Like what it says. You just see the colors. That might be able to add some big time interest. And then we can eat more candies.
Yay.
So, good experiments. Okay, that worked out. Alright, so this is the birdhouse piece. Now let me see, do you think I can tear this? No, it doesn't.
Oh, there's the difference.
There's the difference. Alright, back to the desk for a sec, Dawn. Now,
Discs up.
I do want to be gentle, but I'm holding it down as I'm pulling. That is not going to come off, so yay. All right, but I mean, minor detail, right? It cuts very easily.
Yeah, it's okay if you have to trim it.
Yeah, it's okay. As long as it holds together, I am okay with this stuff.
Carol says she's using shiny gift wrap.
Yeah, we couldn't find any. We were going to try that, but we couldn't find any. Dawn found some clear cellophane, but I said that's too boring and I don't want to put it on my machine. Thanks. So, yeah, I don't think McDreamy would like that. Okay, so that's not too bad to trim.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, look at that. So then the step that I am interested in seeing is the satin stitches. And if it holds through the satin stitches, this is something cool we can do. So back to my Brother Dream machine, please.
He's up.
Okay, so next piece is the bird house. So a little bit bigger. And I think we better try the Doritos on it. This is why I wanted to do like a little bit of a bigger size, because I didn't want to be messing around with little biddly bits here and there. So zesty Doritos, here we go. I'm just trimming it out a bit.
This is fun.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm interested to see what's going to work. Now, you could fussy cut it and fussy plate it quite easily, but I'm not going to worry too much. Doesn't sound great. Sounds more like Mylar, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit snappy. Stitch down twice. It seems to be holding for the second stitching. We could make Candyland. Maybe I'll digitize a Candyland Mylar for us to do.
Ooh, that would be fun.
I think maybe that could...
Wrappers.
Yeah, maybe that can be a project for us.
Yeah.
Candyland houses with lots of candy wrappers. So now we're going to do the Mylar stitches, and we'll see how it holds up to that. I didn't do too badly for placement there. It's kind of the same angle. I also wanted to see how much you could read the Mylar through it. Like this one, you really can't see it at all. Looks like the Doritos may be pretty clear. So far, so good. Now again, when you're using Mylar or anything like this, remember it's not particularly washable. The Mylar is kind of delicate stuff. I guess eventually it'll wear out, but if you're doing wall hangings and stuff, let's make a candy quilt wall hanging. I like that. Candyland. I like that. That would be fun.
Shannon says Candyland mug rug.
Can you use Mylar on a mug rug though? Because it would get wet all the time. That could be another experiment. I don't know how well it'll work. All right, well, I am going to just leave the Mylar because if you look here, this is the roof, and I think it would look pretty good if it all matched. So let's give that a go and see. You could use different colors if you have it, but I think it would look cool with these striped parts in it. I think that would be neat. Yeah, it matches up. So cool, yeah. I like that. And we're gonna stitch it again because that was placement, but of course I left it. I could have skipped the placement. I think Candyland. I'm liking that idea. Everyone get their candy dishes out. This will be fun. My dealer says if you use transparent Mylar over Mylar, you can wash it. Awesome. That's fantastic information. It'll hold together better. bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay, now we are gonna do the Mylar stitches, and I'm pretty sure this one isn't gonna tear out, so we'll have to carefully trim it. So far we're 2 for 2. I kind of like it. We can't say it's successful until we get to the satin stitches, because I just kind of have the feeling that some of them aren't going to hold up to it. And we'll look really closely at it and see. I think it would be cool if it worked. We'll have to get some bags and wrapping paper and stuff like that when we can. We just haven't been able to. Well, it's holding up so far, Dawn. And then we'll have to eat more Doritos because I love the bright orange. All right, back to the desk, please.
Desk is up.
Now, I will test it to see, just in case I... Oh, look at that.
Chip bag works.
Chip bag rips. Okay, you know...
Is it ripping clean enough? Or?
It's ripping perfectly. Hey, I'm impressed with that, guys. Okay, well, now it's ripping crazy, but that was me. Look at that. And I can... Woo!
Nice.
Perfectly cleanly. Except for when I kind of go nuts on it. Okay, so that's 2 of the Mylar things.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Door. This is the door. Not the door. All right, let's go back to McDreamy. What's everyone saying, Dawn? Because I think this is really fun.
3 cheers for chip bags. Woohoo for the chip bag.
Yeah, I'm impressed that it tore off like that. Now we just got to pass the satin stitch test. So this one is going to be the happy birthday, and it's the little pots on the side.
Debbie Orr says you might try a pet-themed design with dog and cat food bags.
Well, see, the ideas are just happening. All right, so should we do it? I guess we'll do it the colored side. I'm not convinced that this stuff is gonna work. I don't know why, although, you know, I could be wrong. Let's just put it there, stitch it down. Always watch your fingers. Use some tape if you need to. Well, I think this stuff sounds like terrible. I know. It's thicker. I just have this feeling it's gonna rip. But I could be wrong. Let's see what happens with the Mylar stitches. Ooh, it's loud though. I would have to sit right in front of McDreamy to do this because the noise is terrible. Okay, well, it seems to be holding up.
Pretty good.
How much did this cost, Don?
That I think was either $1 or $2. I don't remember exactly.
Dollar store doesn't necessarily
dollar store.
mean.
They were all,
But I think it was a repeat, so there was quite a bit on it.
it was probably like $2.
Now, it's kind of cool. I picked out the Y, and that seems to be working. Huh. Super fun. So this is just a banner that you would stick to the wall. There was no name or information on it, so it's kind of weird. Okay, Dawn.
Dollar store materials.
Well, yeah. Back to the desk, Dawn.
Desk's up.
So, as usual, we'll try the... Oh, nope. Let's try... Oh! You know what? I don't like it, though. It does rip, but I have to use a lot of force. And I just think that I'm going to end up putting everything out of registration.
Better to trim.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's a negative on this one for pulling, ripping it. But that's okay, though. It cuts almost too easily. Cuts like butter. Maybe once you get it started. Okay, so it's pulled away a little bit there where I was tearing. So definitely no tearing on that. It's just a little kind of spot, but... Ooh, I almost dumped over my tea. Earl Grey, hot. Okay, so... little bit in the corner where I tried to rip it and it did a bit, so that's I'm gonna give that one a full out no for it. So this part didn't get any stitches. I'm gonna leave it because I don't know how well this is gonna work. Okay, that's what we've got so far. You can't tell.
Been left for a reason if it didn't get stitched.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. All right, back to my brother dream machine. And this one is the Beehive. And what we're going to do is real Mylar. Just a little bit of it.
Isabel sent a $5 chat and said, super chat and said, thanks for the wild experience.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Isabel. It is fun, you know. I'm comfy doing these experiments. Let's look at the size. All right, this Mylar's gorgeous.
Are we using real Mylar for this?
Well, quote unquote real Mylar, yes. There we go. And it's very thin and delicate.
And shiny.
And shiny. So placement, we're gonna tack it down. Now the sound is just about the same. Oh, I win in Mylar Chicken. I won. That's awesome. It did catch, yeah. It's just a hair. So, okay, we're gonna fill that in with the special Mylar stitches. And I think that'll be really cute. So I'm not worried about this because it's real Mylar, so thanks for these wild experience. That's funny. I think the banner might be a vellum type material. Yeah, it seems kind of weird. It's kind of thicker than what a balloon would be. It's kind of weird.
I like the chip bag.
I like the chip bag. I think that's kind of fun. So, hickory sticks we could use for like wood. The hickory sticks bags.
Yeah, they have a wood finish.
Okay, so move that a little towards me and gently, ever so gently, tear it. Which is awesome. Straight in the hoop. I don't mind doing that in the hoop. Let's get this big piece though. It's kind of bad. So now we're gonna do some of the satin stitches just to see how, this is the last test, just to see how they hold up. So candy wrapper is actually a sun. So let's see how the candy wrapper holds up. So we know the Mylar balloons hold up perfectly because that's what I was using for the majority of it.
Cheryl's asking if the red was a balloon Mylar.
No, it was a sheet of Mylar, so I'm gonna say it's marketed as Mylar, like what you would buy at the quilt store, the embroidery store. So, yeah. So not a balloon Mylar. The balloon Mylar that I used was on all of these. That's my balloon. And the silver is the balloon turned upside down because that's all I had. So, you know, use what you got, right? Spring bonus Mylar. Yes, that's what we're doing. I wonder if you didn't have Mylar, if shimmery organza would look good. It probably would look good. The only fault that I could see with organza is that you could see the fabric through it. It's not like a solid. But if you don't have Mylar, apparently some of these are going to work. You can always use fabric. It would still look cute with fabric. Oh, sorry, I had to pause for a drink there. My tea's getting cold. So awesome. What are we talking about? Janet Nelson, I haven't been able to smell for a month since I had COVID. Yeah, Sam is in the same boat. She couldn't taste or smell for a long time, so it's kind of difficult. So far this looks good. Now it's only going on slightly on the edge, and these aren't the satin stitches. Satin stitches are coming up, and I'm not worried about the ones on the outside because obviously we know it's gonna work. I'm more concerned about here, but yeah, you can see the actual Mylar is much shinier and more sparkly than, say, the Doritos bag. It doesn't have much sparkle in it.
Georgia Nelson says she likes the Dorito bag.
I like it too. It's different, and you know what? I keep thinking when I look at it, we zoomed in. If you look at the bag, done?
Yep.
If you look at the bag, it's an ombre of orange. So if you strategically cut it, I'm thinking, I guess I should have done it there. I'm thinking like pumpkins and Halloween kind of stuff. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I see, but lots of space, and even if you get a little bit of the wording other than the big huge Dorito, but I think it's cool. It's got like a, yeah, you could use that too. If you had a triangle, you could actually digitize specifically for the design. Okay, so now we're doing the satin stitches. So loads of underlay on this. And now satin stitches. So we're gonna look at that. So far, it looks pretty good. It doesn't look like it is ripping, but we will get at it in depth when this is done. Hit that thumbs up. Yes, please. If you're watching and you like it, please hit the thumbs up. It's very important to keep the channel going. And of course, if you're new, subscribe if you can. We appreciate that. More subscribers, the more I can do. So awesome. So after the live, I'm going to change the title of it because I don't know what planet I was on, but it should be saying more about embroidery experiments. So yes. Lynn says, hi Lynn, by the way, my favorite stitch. Yes, the satin stitch. It's a wonderful thing. So this type of candy wrapper, I think that's a success. So think Christmas candies and Christmas Mylar designs, how you could, you know.
Hers has the other ones that are, they have the green and the blue candy. I think they're toffees, but they're green and blue.
Yes.
And they're kind of metallic. Those wrappers would look neat.
That would be cool. So as long as it kind of looks like Mylar. All right, Doritos bag, you're up. As long as it kind of looks like Mylar, apparently it's going to work. So I wouldn't use like clear plastic or anything like that on my machine, but I think this works just fine. Did you see what happened, anyone?
No. Bobbin?
New bobbin. Oh, I believe I broke a needle. So, now is that because of the bag or is it something else? I'm not actually 100% sure if I broke it or not, but I'm gonna unthread it.
It didn't look broken from what I can see, but that doesn't mean anything.
I thought I saw a little piece of silver. Oh, that is Mylar. No, it's fine.
Yep.
So let's.
It's there.
Look at. Oh, look at the back. So, guys, this is what happened.
Some nesting.
Which means, what does it mean, Dawn? Tension. The tension is off. So it kind of made a clunky, kind of terrible noise. Well, that's because it was trying to shove so much thread through. So, okay. No worries, guys. I don't think it was the chip bag. I think it's just Madeira thread.
That happens occasionally when the needle somehow becomes unthreaded.
It could.
While it's stitching, I've had that happen.
Or it could slip out of its tension track or
Yeah.
something like that. It could be anything. So, yeah, I saw this little piece of Mylar right here, and that's why I thought it was the needle. Just so you know. So I'm not going to back it up. I'm just going to keep it going because, after all, this is an experiment. And we'll see how it goes. I'm watching as it's stitching out now, I'm watching the thread to make sure it's not getting caught on anything or slipping out. Oh, satin stitches right in the middle. This will be a good test.
What is it called when you stitch one color and then place another color on top?
Layering? Is that what you mean? Okay, that looks pretty good. You don't get the shine and, ooh, nice connection stitches. I love it. You don't get the shine and the sparkle, but you could get lots of color. Carol, thank you very much. I hate nesting. Yeah, I know, it happens. The important part is not to panic and try to figure out what the problem is. Usually it's top tension that causes that nesting like that. Mine wasn't as violent as it could be when it shoves all the fabric down and makes a big mess. Yeah. So, yeah.
Carol Bowser asked how many of these are you making? So
How many of, what do you mean?
I don't know, that's all she asked.
Oh, I'm just doing a test today. So that's all I'm doing today. Now, this is, okay, more satin stitches, I think. So let's do them. How many, oh, you probably mean how many more blocks are we doing? I guess that depends on what you guys want. I think maybe we can move on to another technique like confetti or something we haven't done. I usually try to do 3 or 4 blocks from each design set. And once you get the hang of the Mylar, I mean, this is the, what, 5th video on it?
Yep.
You should be able to...
Yeah, this series is what she was asking.
Yeah, okay. I thought so. I'm making changes, so I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm gonna say probably not. Probably not. I think kitchen foil would tear too easily with the stitching. I would not use tin foil, for sure.
Karina's trying to donate to get a hello from me, but there's something wrong there. She's not able to.
Oh. She wants to hear your hello, Dawn.
Hello.
There you go. That's all you got. Alright, so a little more satin stitches so we can evaluate. Now, I feel very comfortable with using these on McDreamy to test them because they're not plastic. And we're stitching it on fabric and on batting, so there's not going to be pieces all over the place. Oh, Alicia, thank you. Karina wants a hello from Dawn. You better do that another one.
Let's do another one.
Yeah.
Man. Hello, Karina.
Oh, don't say her name.
Oh, personalized. See?
Ooh, look at where this little flare went inside the satin stitches. All right, we are gonna skip these. These are just details. Although, let me stitch one. I'm not sure if they're satin stitches or fill stitches. Just for the experiment. Because they're quite big, so I want to see how it's gonna hold up. Man, that's really good placement in the middle of the D. It's not quite perfect, but it's almost perfect. So what I'm looking for, if we have any tearing, and I don't see that we do, so I think we're good. Now I'm just gonna stop once he trims, and I press the button so he should stop. There we go. And we are gonna fast forward to, oh, that's more detail work. That would be satin stitches, but I think we're good for this one, for satin stitches. More beautiful details, lots of color changes, the gorgeous fence in the back, and now we're going to be doing satin stitches on, on or around. This was the kind of weird one. The kind of weird one. Weird, weird, weird. And McDreamy just kind of dropped his thread. So the changes that I'm talking about, nobody panic. We're just going to be doing some different things in different ways. So we are going to be doing, forward, hold on. I can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time today. So we're going to be doing, the Saturday lives are not going to change. And so that's, I mean, that's great because we love the Saturday lives. So this Saturday coming up, we're going to be doing the Charming Sweet Town one, which I'm so excited to see what it is. And then Sundays, we're going to do a premiere. So it's not live, but you can do a live chat and I can be there to answer questions as you guys watch the video. And I'm not sure about Wednesdays yet. It may be a vlog day, but I'm going to work on it. So I'm hoping to put out 3 or 4 videos a week and splitting it up between OML Crafty Extras, quilting, and then embroidery. So when you got your P-Touch embellished, did it come with an electrical cord? Mine did not. I have to use 6 AA batteries. Mine did not, and I have to use all those batteries too. How much fun is that? However, I've had it for quite a while and I do use it, like not every day, all day, but they seem to have lasted just fine. So this is the detail stitching. I thought it was the stitching around, so that's not helping us out too much. So once it's done this part, I'm going to look for more. So, okay, we're going to skip this one because it's the plant. That's what I was looking for. So my bad on that. Let's go. So yeah, do be very, very careful what you put on your embroidery machine. Tinfoil, no. Using saran wrap or Glad wrap or something as a stabilizer, no way. Please don't do that. All those little, for every penetration, a little dot of the plastic goes into your machine. I would never use that. Never, ever. So, Sharon Berger, thank you. Thank you. The premiere would be great. Yeah, we're going to try. We're going to, you know, groove it up a little bit and have a bit of sewing and have a bit of quilting and maybe the Cricut and the ScanNcut. So Wednesday will be our crafty days and Saturday's the same and Sunday we'll be doing our premiere and we'll see how it goes. So 3 or 4 videos a week. I think that'll keep everybody busy. Sunday will also be a Need a Good Design day because I love doing a Need a Good design. So even if you don't have the design, you can watch and learn. I'm going to try to throw in some techniques that we can learn because there's a lot more techniques. Confetti, and we did cards, stuff like that. So we'll kick it up a notch and keep everyone busy. So far this one is okay. Not necessarily thrilled with it, but it seems to work. Now, I'm also gonna check around and check the machine and make sure none of this goes through and into the machine. But again, like I said, I feel confident that we're safe because we've got fabric and we've got batting and we've got backing. So it's far enough away. I'm not worried about it. In general, just use supplies that are made for your embroidery machine. Mylar is probably the biggest exception. So for me, for safety, I probably wouldn't use this stuff. I think it's too thick. It seems to work fine, but I don't really like it. It just kind of makes me nervous or something. I don't really know. And I'm not sure if it's holding together. We'll take a good look at everything. What day will be Lynn's video day? Well, we're going to figure that out because we had been under lockdown for the longest time. So it was actually since the last Lynn video. But we'll come up with that, and maybe we'll do Lynn's as a premiere too. And that way, you know, we can do it. You'll see that it's coming up. It's treated just like a live, so upcoming, and maybe I can make a schedule. Also, when I Need a Good Design comes in, I'll do the video that day. So usually between 4 and 7, I like to do it that way. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make a wreath. Cool. I'm in Louisiana and still without water. Oh, Donna, the roads are thawing, but totally enjoying the life. Well, thank you for watching. I hope we can put a little smile on your face because that really sucks. For sure. For sure. Sarah says yes. Yeah, we got big plans, and you know what, guys? There's nothing wrong with changes. A little bit of change, kind of, you know, perk up the channel a little bit, and you know, sewing I'm gonna do the sweet pea mountain range. I'm gonna sew that together, and I think I really might work on a candy wrapper village or something like that. I think it would be really good. What else? Sewing, quilting in the hoop is going to be a huge thing. I got some more quilting designs, and I actually want to create my own. So we'll be working on that. Heather says, Sue and Dawn, thank you for all the new ideas that you're teaching us every day. You are very welcome, Heather. It is fun. I'm enjoying myself, especially on something like this. Okay, so I can see next up, this is part of the beehive, but we don't need to stitch it out. We're just worried about the beehive, although it's actual real Mylar, so it should be fine. So I think we, McDreamy. I think we kind of have pretty successful experiments. And this was so much fun. I really didn't think the chip bag would, like, break or whatever. I seem to be having...
It looks good. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and I think it's okay to use. I think it's close enough to Mylar. It's like thicker Mylar that I don't think I'm risking. I would never risk McDreamy, so I'm pretty confident about that. I think the candy wrapper is the closest to Mylar. they feel kind of different, but make sure when you're using, you know, the different ones that you have enough in between your machine and whatever it is you're using. So I would not be comfortable with stitching like the Dorito bag on just backing. I want more in between to keep it safe, I guess. Does that make sense, Don? A little bit? Yeah. Yeah. Do be careful what you put on your machine. I know I've said it before. Stressed it. There we go. Hope you were well. Thank you for the information as to embroidery with different materials. I have the Destiny too, and I don't want to damage it. Yeah, you do have to be careful. I picked safe things, although, like I said, the happy birthday banner, I probably would not use that on my machine again. I don't feel too comfy with it. I'm sure it's fine, but I just don't like it. So chip bags seem to be fine, and candy seemed to be fine. Super fun day, though. My goodness.
Good experiment.
Yeah. What I will do is put nice, high-quality pictures in the OML Embroidery University Facebook group, and we can assess, you know, from the pictures what we think. I don't see any problems other than the fact that I'm not comfortable with the thicker one. I love your googly eyes, and where are you located? Well, thank you, Connie. Yeah, googly eyes on the hoop, you can see them, and McDreamy, my dream machine too, has googly eyes. And yes, we are in Canada. Yay, Ontario, Canada. We're really close to Detroit, actually, so it's awesome. Canada, yeah, I think everyone knows we're in Canada. That's pretty, the red Mylar. So Don likes the Doritos bag a lot. I like it too, but I think it's missing the sparkle.
Yeah, it doesn't have the sparkle that Mylar.
However, colors. I think we should add some bling too. Is the candy backed with paper? No, it isn't. So we'll take a look at that. You are near Windsor. Yes, we are very near Windsor. And Windsor, Ontario is close to Detroit. Not that we can go there or anything. You could flip the chip bag over for silver. Yep, you could. You could, for sure. That's what I did. You could do that with the balloon, the Mylar balloons, too. So, I know a couple of people have had good luck with the Mylar balloons going to a florist, because they will just throw them out if the balloons have a hole in them or something. They'll just throw them out, and you can always ask them to keep them for you. She had a haul of huge balloons, so she would have enough Mylar to last forever. So, okay, yay. So I'm not going to do any more on this. This is just the beehive entrance. And we can go back to the desk, Don, and have a look. So, I mean, this stuff did work. It did work. Doesn't look like...
It's just a little thick.
It's just a little thick, and I'm not comfy with it. It's quite a bit thicker.
The blue is cool, though.
The blue is cool. So the candy, see, this is what I wanted to do, is just kind of run my fingernail. Yeah, and there's no, excuse me, there's no, like, we washed the bag, so there's no residue on it, and there's no, like, anything on the back. It feels exactly like Mylar, but just a tiny bit thicker. This stuff,
it's not quite as shiny as Mylar.
no, it's not the same. Maybe, no, I'll find out what it's made of.
It's still a good replacement, I think.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about it excuse me, on the machine. Don, can you grab me one of those candies and we will look at it, because
You want me to eat a candy? Okay.
just give me the wrapper, bub.
Want the candy or the wrapper?
The wrapper. There we go. So this candy wrapper has nothing on it, so I made sure. Some of them, if they have paper on the back, I wouldn't use that. I mean, you can put paper on an embroidery machine, but I think just thin, like this feels the closest to Mylar. Still a tiny bit thicker, but not bad. But there's no wax, there's no residue, there's nothing on it. So you could use the colored side, or you could use the silver side, basically pre-cut with fancy colors. I like this one the best. So the Dorito bag, I could have some uses for it. It's a bit thicker, still not worried. This thicker banner thing, I'm not gonna do it again. I just don't really feel comfortable with it. I don't think it's gonna do McDreamy any harm, but I just don't like it. And if I don't like it, I am not gonna do it. So that was awesome experimenting. I really enjoyed that. So candy wrappers of a certain kind, yes. Chip bags, yes. Mylar, of course, is the star of the show. You guys are probably, it's so shiny, you guys are probably getting a reflection on it. And this stuff I just don't like. So be careful what you put on your embroidery machine. Tin foil or anything like that, please don't use it. Plastic, be very careful. I don't use plastic on my machine. A little bit of vinyl because it's meant for it. Thanks, Don. But be careful. Not everything goes. And I don't use pins or anything else. But be really careful. This is really thin, so I knew it wouldn't do anything to McDreamy. Take care of your machines and love them. And have fun doing Mylar. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get the same or similar results. You know, this is part of the fun. So, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys will be very careful and try different things and eat lots of candies, I guess. We're all going to be doing that. And I'll try to come up with something cool. So, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.